Hallelujah. Because God sometimes shakes me up to pray. He shakes me up to bring me to the place where I've got to go to the throne of God. And Jehoshaphat, the mighty king, is shook up to pray. And he prays a question in the provocative. Yes, he does. He prays a question, not in the rhetorical, but he prays it in the provocative. He's looking at the situation and he's praying in the provocative. He's going to God and he's asking God the question, are you not God? Oh my God, he's going to God and he's provoking him with the question, are you not God? He's provoking God because he wants to excite God and stimulate God to move on his behalf. And he does it by reminding God of his character. He does it by reminding God of his power. He does it by reminding God of his promise. And he says, are you not God? Are you not the God in heaven? And do you not rule over all the kingdoms of the nations? And in your hand is there not power and might, so that no one is able to withstand you? Are you not God? And drove out the inhabitants of this land before the people of Israel and gave it to the descendants of Abraham, your friend forever. Are you not God? And sometimes you got to be all shook up and you got to open up your prayers, and your prayer does not be you don't need to start praying prayers in the rhetorical. Don't ask rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are asked in order to create an effect. It's not looking for a response. See, I ain't got time to be asking God rhetorical questions. I need to ask God a provocative question because I want to ask God something that's going to make God move. I want to ask a question that's going to stimulate God and remember who he is and what power he's got and what promises he's made. And I want to know, is there anybody in the house today that knows enough about God, knows enough about the character of God? Do you know enough about the power of God? Do you know enough about the promise of God to provoke him into action? There's some of us in here that can't pray in the provocative because we don't know enough about his character. We don't know enough about his power. We don't know enough about his promise. And that is why it's important for us to take full advantage of the teaching ministries that we have in place. Because it helps you to know more about his character and more about his power and more about his promises, because it equips us with the knowledge to respond appropriately when we are confronted with life's many challenges. I thank God because I've come to know some things about my God, and now I can pray in the provocative. I can say, God, I know that you've got power. God, I know that you sit high and look low. God, I know what you've done for my mother. I know what you've done for my grandmother. And God, I know there's no secret what you can do. Look at somebody and say, do you know enough about him? To provoke him, to provoke him. Hallelujah. You got to know, you got to know him to push the right buttons. You got to know what he likes. You got to know what stimulates him. You got to know. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. Hallelujah.